Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Better Call Saul Season 4, Episode 9. So, pretty sure all these seasons are 10 episodes, which means we only have this one and one more. So, I have a feeling we may be getting Jimmy's license back by like the end, by like next episode or whatever, but I guess we'll see. That was a theory. I literally just came up on the spot just now. But anyway, last episode, we saved Huel by making him loved by his hometown, trying to make like the whole courtroom a circus by having a shit ton of people from Kushada coming down. Um, Louisiana, not LA as in Los Angeles, like my stupidity made me think for some reason. Um, but yeah, and it worked. He got time served and 4 months probation, so no jail time for Huel. That's awesome. And Kim wants more of that. She had fun, like before she was really hesitant on scamming people even though they're assholes, but like doing stuff like this to manipulate the law in their favor to get people off, obviously I imagine she's only going to want to do it to people who are either innocent or don't deserve, kind of like how Huel didn't really deserve 2 years for what he did. Kind of like that. I'm sure she's gonna have that kind of mindset. I'm sure she's not gonna be like, oh, this person murdered 15 kids. Let's try to get him off this time. So that'd be very bad for Kim. But either way, we had the R&R stuff and in the aftermath of all of it with Mike and all that going a little bit wrong, but we'll see if anything bad comes from the fact that Werner was talking with the random people about the structural design. It shouldn't. Like he said, he didn't give any dimensions or any specifics or anything, and why would those people just randomly be like, I'm gonna go tell everyone about this? But yeah, either way, I'm looking forward. And will any of the Huel stuff blow back? That's what I was wondering. Like, they briefly mentioned the fact that what they did was like a bunch of different like mail frauds and all that. So, will any of that blow back on them? I'm not sure. But just so you guys know real fast, sorry, I know I already talked a lot, but my dog is in my room tonight, so if you hear any like snorting, groaning, snoring, she's a very noisy one. So if you're wondering what that is, it's not someone behind you or in your room or something. It's probably my dog. So just letting you guys know. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Crutches. Is she doing another scam? Is she trying to pull some crazy stunt to get I can't remember the boss guy's name. Cuz his boss wanted that like the one location to look like the other location because the other one was really successful, but they like couldn't do it, right? That was like last episode or the episode before. Are they gonna somehow pull like a big switcheroo? do like a fumble where they look so close together that this lady can't tell. Hmm. Pulling out all the stops. Is Jimmy the brother in that situation? Don't call me Shirley. Oh, there he is. Is she gonna offer to go? Huh, what's... Oh. Leaving the dripping milk on it? Oh, and she's gonna be like, oh no, I ruined these. Here, these are the exact same. Can we just put these in? That's what it's gonna be, isn't it? And it's her idea too. It's so genius. Wow. Oh my god, she had a different one in there. That's what it was. She had two in there. So as long as she doesn't analyze this too close. Kim's smile at the end. Oh, it's so devious. Could that blow back on the lady at all? Because that's not good, though, if it does. Because she's just an innocent lady doing her job, right? Who be these folks? Oh, Salamancas. Is this where they're keeping Hector? So we have this really long rope that we keep our German Shepherd on, and I was outside playing with him today, playing with the ball, and normally he drops the ball and it rolls down a hill, and then we go grab it and throw it for him. This time, right as I stepped over the rope, he decided to run for the ball, and the rope went right around my ankle and just like just rope burn the crap out of my ankle. He needs that bell. He's all there ready for it. I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Maybe. Yep. Oh, excuse me. Can't tell if Hector's like angry or clean my glasses real fast, guys. Don't worry, I can still read. Barely, but I can. So one finger. Did they already establish one finger? Oh, the bell. Doesn't look like it's on there very good. I guess it's staying though. I saw it like shift with the first click. Everyone in there's like, can you shut up? They got some stuff to talk about alone. Hector wouldn't know, would he? We can hear that bell in the background now. Oh, she's worried he's gonna steal her purse. God damn it, fucking old people. Did he get some jello at least? I don't think he got any jello. Alright. A whole other burger. How many did he have? Ooh, he has a hearing. Oh. He's getting his license back? Is that what that means? I like how his shirt just says Jimmy Buffett. Could keep the name there, buddy. Yep, I figured she'd just want to keep doing good. He kind of has a little bit of a point. It's good for her. I mean, they're walking a dangerous road, too. Like, they could both lose their law licenses with what they're doing, so. At the very least, if you're doing good, you can argue that, you know, this person never deserved this, like, treatment or whatever, and that's why we did what we did. I was wondering what we were looking at. They're blasting. Double checking his work. What does that say? What did they write on it, and why? Is that the word they... Did they say that word, like, a couple episodes ago? I think it's the episode title, too. I gotta glance at the episode title. Widen... So do they try to mask the noise somehow? And what do they do to... Hmm... It won't, like, accidentally go off, right? And kill this poor guy who just wants to get back to his wife? We're not gonna have like a trifecta shitty situation, like Werner gets blown up and this door's open, so it causes a louder boom, and... Or wait, are they... Oh, this is Werner going down and checking. Okay, they're all the way out of that area completely. Okay. I see. I didn't really pay attention to where they were before. I see something. Nope, I guess not. Thought I saw something on the wire. Unfortunately, I feel like in most cases when you have wiring something from one end to the other, there's usually not a problem with the wire somewhere in the middle. It's usually on one of the ends where it's connected. Hyperventilating? Is that him? It looked like his hands were shaking. Oh shit, he's not having a heart attack, is he? He's just freaking out. Oh, I feel bad for this guy. Dude, that sucks. I mean, we know this place gets built. You need to get some more electrical tape. Don't reuse the same piece of electrical tape. Oh, get out of there, man! Don't just sit there. Jesus, that had me worried. Good God. Come on. Give us all the lights. Yeah! Okay, so big old truck. Doing something. What do with a big truck? Definitely not just to, like, block a road. I doubt the humming for the truck. Better Call Saul's, like, they're so good at making tense situations. Alright. Not gonna be like a delay on the third one or something. They do this all the time, where they get me all tense and then nothing goes wrong. Ah, there's beer on the camera. Nice. You gonna talk about the shaking? Oh, there's chips on the floor, man. Okay, so they checked it out. Everything's good. Nice shot. No, can't get them all. Oh wow. I didn't know Mike was married for 22 years. Oh. He wants to go see his wife. I doubt they'd bring the wife here, right? Oh, yeah. So you're getting paid well. Alright. It's gotta be rough. I mean, they're what, like... I mean, this started roughly when Jimmy, or like around when Jimmy lost his license, right? Which means they're pushing a year, right? Uh-oh. Oh, Nacho's here. His face. Alright. Oh, I could go for some nice crispy chicken. Did he really not know that, or is he just messing? Hmm. All right. Give Nacho that death stare. Guess I should probably write his name down before I forget. Uh, hmm. I wonder if they really see it that way. I don't trust this guy at all. Eladio. That was his name. I was trying to think about it the other day. Hmm. Is he trying to pin Gus against Eladio? Manipulate him into doing something he'd regret? Alright. Damn. Nice car. Hmm. He's got plans. And it doubt is to just play nice. That's littering, sir. Time for his meeting. Hopefully it goes well. Working on his understanding faces. Alright. Ah. Hmm. Hmm. Showing his passion for it and stuff. He is selling them cell phones. Ooh. He's stumped. Hmm. He seemed caught up in the beginning of this, but he found his um not motivation, but his it's just he kind of got the ball rolling and then it just kept going. Is essentially what I'm trying to say. Hmm. Not his brother. Hmm. I feel like she was disappointed by that last bit. I think she wanted to hear the influence was his brother, but I have a feeling he's gonna go back in. I had that feeling before he walked out. I thought he was gonna turn around. He's gonna go back in and say Chuck, isn't he? Oh, is he thinking about it? Oh, that's what he's doing. Hmm. Interesting. Ah. What? I was running through my mind whether that guy was going to pick it up for him and understand frustration sometimes, or if he was just going to be scared of him and just avoid completely. Hmm. Be some crazy shit if he didn't have a wife. What's on your mind, Werner? Just like, seemed like he was enjoying the moment of seeing like the boys play, but then he saw the cameras and was like, "Oh, that was cute." At first, I was like, "What is she doing?" But yeah, she's gonna get the bad news. Oh shit, Jimmy is pissed. I think it's because he didn't mention Chuck. I think it was that one lady that seemed to be really enjoying what he was saying until that last bit where he said his inspiration was the American Samoa. I think he needs to cough up what his real inspiration was, despite his, still anger towards Chuck and everything that he probably has. He did. But then that last question. Nope. Nope. Mention that last question. You know that's the one. That's why you're avoiding it. He didn't. Yep. I bet Jimmy doesn't even realize he's skipping out on like the most important part. Like it's that thing when you're angry and you're subconsciously like blocking out what. Jimmy, you're gonna push away the people that love you. Well, see, I saw this happening like a couple episodes ago, but then they seem to get a little better. Jimmy, man. I don't blame Kim for that conversation. He just went off the rails on her. But I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's been pent up. He's been pent up about not wanting to go into law with him since the beginning, but he bottled it. But once you get sent off the edge, it's very easy to release those bottled feelings. All right. Has he calmed down? Say anything? No. It was a cool shot. Oh, that was a mirror. Nice. I didn't realize. I thought that was like a doorway to that room, and we just had like a really unique angle. See the thing? Just look at him. Could they talk? I mean, they talked about an appeal. He just said you can't appeal insincere, but he could be very sincere. Uh-oh. 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 Someone feeding in on... Huh. So, like, someone else, like, fed into them? Or... Did they leave? Did they create, like, a bunch of blind spots in the cameras and leave? A letter? Son of a bitch, why? What did it say? That's why he was looking at the cameras. Oh, so the guys are still... I thought he, like, left with everyone, but... Is he gonna, like, kill himself? Why would he kill himself? Just spitballing out theories. I mean, unless he, I mean, the only thing I can think of is he's trying to get home to his wife, but. Oh. All the cameras leading to his perfect escape. So what do you do? Just freeze the voltage spike caused by the laser in the camera? Wow, what an ending. What a way to end the episode. Holy shit. Alright, guys, that is it for episode 9. Damn. So, he just took off. Why? Like, they're getting so close. I know he just wants to see his wife and everything. Like, is there more to it? Is there really a wife? You know, I made that mention before. Like, what's going on? I don't know, but yeah, wow. Crazy episode. So we started the episode with Kim pulling a Jimmy stunt in order to get I'm guessing that's the plans for because even Jimmy said like get him like a little bit bigger of a bank, right? So that whole thing where Kim said that Paige is right, it's impossible kind of thing. Nope. Kim found a way to do it. And, I mean, we haven't heard any blowback yet, so, I mean, maybe... But we also haven't heard her being praised for it, either. And I imagine it's going to be one of those things where he's going to be like, how the hell did you pull that off? And she's going to have to skirt around the truth because she won't even want to tell him what she did, right? So, interesting. But yeah, and Jimmy made a good point earlier in the episode too of Kim saying like do it for the greater good kind of thing, like and Jimmy's like, "Oh, but getting your boss a slightly bigger office is, you know, greater good kind of stuff." So he did have a little bit of a point there. But yeah. It was so good that Kim like acted that in such a way that it was the lady's idea to use the other one. So it wasn't even like Kim was like, "Oh, can we just use the other one?" kind of thing. Like, no, she made that lady feel so bad for her that she came up with the idea of swapping the documents because of the damage that was done and everything. Man, it was clever. And, she brought the same exact one, showed the lady, so she's like, "Yep, it's the same one, I confirmed it," and then had a different one in the roll that she handed her, and because the lady didn't reanalyze it too closely, she stamped it all, and it's good. Very clever. Very well done, using Jimmy as like the dumb brother that just, left a kid in a car, would obviously be the kind of person to leave, a milk with a hole in it on an important document like that. So, it was great. The whole bombs, I wrote down bombs stress me out, because that whole situation with the bombs, we saw Werner kind of crack a little bit. I'm not sure, like, what caused it and stuff like that. Like, I really don't know. I mean, other than like the fact that he's been away from his wife for so long and he had to go down into a very dangerous situation where he could have died at any second, and assuming, I'm imagining his wife is correct. I doubt he's like some undercover operative trying to crack down on Gus's business or some shit. But yeah, like the idea that he was so close to death and he hasn't seen his wife in a while, I guess, is what made him just want to take off, just wanted to go back to her, I guess. But I mean, I guess he's better hopes that he gets back to Germany before, and maybe makes a run for it with his wife. I don't know, because like I imagine with part of this is Mike knows everything about them, right? So you'd think that Mike would be able to find them and either drag him back or hurt him for what he's done. So I don't know. I'm curious what he does, like where this goes. We have like a season finale coming up. Sometimes they have some bigger stuff happening. I'm sure it's going to be partially Mike tracking that down, and then I imagine it's also going to be the appeal to try to get Jimmy his license back. And I'll talk about that part in a few. But we also learned that Mike was married for 22 years, which I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he was married, but for 22 years, that's a long time. And I wonder what happened to his wife. Did they, maybe after the loss of his son, did they, sometimes when a married couple loses a child, that relationship doesn't last very long after that. Or is it something where did she like pass away or something? I'm not sure. But I don't know that he's ever mentioned what happened to his wife in the show. Not as far as I remember, anyway. But yeah, we also had this new Salamanca, Edward Salamanca, I believe his name was, and he goes by Lalo. Come into the picture. He's the one that gave Hector the bell, so we have the bell now. Hector can now answer yes or no questions essentially. Which is interesting. And then they had a conversation that we didn't get to see, which then prompted Lalo to go straight to Gus and meet him, talk to him, and then wanted to go see where they get their drugs and everything, and talked about screwing over Eladio and stuff like that, and saying like, oh no, you would never do that, like almost like coaxing Gus to make a move kind of thing. And now wants to go see where they pick up the drugs and everything. So I feel like Lalo's making some kind of play. I don't know what it is yet, but I mean, they already take more, right, than they're supposed to. Like, they were only supposed to get like 5, but they get 6 now. So what's Lalo gonna do? Like, is he gonna jump their guys and take all of it? Like, is he gonna do something to try to make Gus look bad to Eladio and try to ruin that relationship? Like, I really wonder, because, Lalo knows that Gus was the one that went down and resuscitated Hector and everything, but, when he left that room after that private conversation with Hector, he said, oh, typical Hector wants to kill everybody, so I wonder if he wanted, like, if Hector wanted Gus dead, or if, but instead of just killing Gus, Lalo's like, okay, I'm gonna, find a way to pit Eladio versus Gus kind of thing, rather than doing it himself. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I feel like that guy is gonna be a wrench for Gus's plans. So, but I mean, even if Gus was, if Gus was to take out Eladio and mess up their cocaine shipments and everything, we know that Gus is working on building a lab here in the States to make meth and everything. So I imagine I imagine Gus already kind of had plans to separate with Eladio. I mean, I guess there's nothing to say that Gus couldn't be doing like cocaine and be doing meth at the same time, right? And just expand his business. But at least he kind of has like a backup that he can do here if those kind of things fall apart. So, but I wonder if this is how he moves more into the meth trade rather than cocaine, if something happens between all of them. So, interesting. Then we had Jimmy's hearing, which, like I said, I felt like it went very well. And it's one of those things where you never want to admit where things go wrong, like even subconsciously, potentially. So, Jimmy didn't tell Kim about that last question, right? Like his inspiration for basically, I can't remember, was it inspiration for the law, or was it just like his inspiration in general kind of thing? And he answered very insincerely, like, I was even able to tell, and sometimes I'm bad at picking up on stuff like that. So it's like, and, obviously I have the benefit of watching the show and knowing that his inspiration wasn't the, American Samoa, school or whatever it's called. It was definitely Chuck, and he avoided that. And I think he had that one lady sold all the way up until that question. And then, it's like she was trying to coax him because she said, like, what does the law mean to you? Like, probably hoping he'd bring up Chuck, get him talking more, and then ask him that other question, that follow-up, to really try to get him to talk to Chuck. It seemed like she was really pushing for that. And you could see the disappointment in her face when he said what he said. And then, like I said, when he was talking to Kim, he didn't mention it. It's one of those things where, I'm sure almost everybody does it. I've done it for sure, where you're telling a story and there's one part of that story that makes you not look as good. And to sell your anger and your justification for being angry, you leave out that one part because like subconsciously that that's the reason, but you don't want to tell this person that because you want them to be just as angry as you are. That's what you want. But if you give them that little pushback, they'll be like, well, yeah, you answered that question that way, and you don't want to hear that shit right now, so you're just not going to mention it, right? Like, I've definitely done that when I've told stories, and I think that's exactly what Jimmy did here. So, and they had a big fight, which I felt it coming a few episodes ago, and then they kind of got a little better after scamming to get Huel off, right? But now they really went at it. Jimmy's been, like I said during the episode, Jimmy's been bottling up that I don't want to say hatred, but he's been upset that Kim doesn't want to go into a law firm with him, right? Like, open up a law firm with him. And, like, I can't blame him for being upset, but I also can't blame Kim for not wanting to do it. It's not the direction she wants to take in life. And the thing is, yeah, Jimmy even said when they were about to, when she was considering going in with him, I think they were talking about it in the HHM conference room, and she said, are you gonna follow the law, or are you gonna be, colorful, I think is the term they used. And he said, I can't hide who I am, I'm gonna be colorful. So you basically straight up said to her, like, I'm gonna do things that skirt the law and could put your license at risk because that's who I am. Do you want to go into business with me? And she's like, no, like, I don't really blame her. If I worked my ass off to become a lawyer and it was what I loved to do, I wouldn't want to risk that for anything, right? And it very well could be that, granted, don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of contradiction now, so, like, I can definitely see an argument for Jimmy because she is contradicting the law and risking her own license kind of thing, but yet still won't go into business with him. I can see his reasoning there, but I definitely see Kim's as well. So, but I was way more on Kim's side during that argument, for sure. I think Jimmy was just angry, lashing out, and I think he kind of realized he regretted it afterwards, and I think Kim saw that regret too, and that's why she said, like, do you still want to be a lawyer? And he said, yeah, and she said, let's start there. So, I really wonder, we had the beginning of the season started with Chuck's death, and Jimmy has denied it and hasn't really talked about it up until this episode where he's confronted with it again, and, he said his little piece about not caring, I don't think about him, like, yada, 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 but is that really the truth? And I feel like we're going to be getting down to that truth, and now that we're going into the season finale, I feel like we're going to be getting Jimmy kind of maybe exploding with the emotions that we never got to see him feel for the loss of Chuck, maybe. Like, if that lady wants sincerity, I feel like Jimmy is gonna open up, and it's gonna be one of those things where he, like, releases the dam, right? Like, I'm not saying he's gonna cry, but like all these feelings he's been bottled up, it's really easy once you start talking about it. Like maybe he's only thinking, okay, I'm gonna go in and say a little bit about Chuck, right? And then he's gonna like explode with like everything about Chuck, right? All these feelings he has like pent up. So maybe, I guess we'll see. Or it'll be typical Jimmy and he'll just bottle them more, but he'll do his Jimmy thing where he puts on that act of, you know, the I miss my brother, he was my inspiration kind of thing. And, you know, whether it be true or an act, you never know with Jimmy sometimes. So, I like how I just said, that was stupid. My bad. I said you never know what to expect from Jimmy sometimes. That made no sense. But anyway, you guys get what I mean. Sometimes, you know, I feel like Jimmy, I can tell when Jimmy's sincere, and sometimes I genuinely am not sure, right? Like, I guess one good example that I can think of is when Jimmy was talking to the insurance people, right? Of the malpractice insurance, and when he called Chuck out and got him in trouble for all that and caused a lot of this last situation kind of thing. Like, I feel like some of what Jimmy said there was the truth, right? Obviously, he then took that grief that he was feeling and used it to manipulate the malpractice insurance and everything. But I think a chunk of what he said to that lady wasn't just to get Chuck in trouble. I think he genuinely was feeling it at the time. So, but yeah, great episode. I'm looking forward to finding out more about what Werner's up to. Like, is he just trying to go home to his wife, or what's going on with that? At first, I guess I forgot to mention that. I said it during the reaction, I think, but I thought Werner got out of there with everyone. I thought there was no one there because I thought they were all sharing houses. But I guess maybe Werner only had that house, but then a bunch of guys came out of the other house. But either way, I thought at first he took everyone and left. Like, there was no one left to finish the work or anything. But no, it seems like it was just Werner himself that left. So, yeah, interested in that. Interested to see if Jimmy... I mean, I really hope that, you know, for my own sanity, that Jimmy manages to fix things with an appeal or whatever happens, and he, you know, whether he goes and talks to that lady and then she makes an amendment kind of thing, or whatever goes down. But I hope he fixes it, because I don't want another year of Jimmy without his license, right? Like, I want his license back. I want to see Jimmy the lawyer back. So I feel like for the show's sake, he almost has to get it back by the end of next episode. And then we go into the next season with him being a lawyer again. So, but they also dropped, you know, the idea that, you know, I sold a lot of people phones that know me. They're going to be my new clients. Granted, they know me as Saul Goodman. And it's like, you know, then what do you do about that? It just another pull at the idea of Saul Goodman being created as a lawyer. So, But yeah, good stuff, guys. I think that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Links are in the description below. My Patreon's down there if you want to see the rest of Better Call Saul. All of it is on my Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, you can see the rest on there. That's how my Patreon shows work. There's also going to be probably several seasons of whatever show replaces this, or several shows if they're only like one season shows that I watch next. I don't know what I'm watching next. I still got like 3 seasons after this, so... but yeah, check that out if you're interested in getting the rest of Better Call Saul right now. It'll be on my Patreon. Link is in the description below, and it supports me and what I do here, so I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.